It's time for the Wendy Williams Show. Today, Atlanta Housewives Phaedra Parks. Plus, beauty trends to keep you looking hot this winter. And who's calling Oprah a bully? Wendy's got the details. Now, here's Wendy.
I'm doing really well today. I'm so glad that you're here. We have lots of juicy hot topics to talk about, so let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Let's get started. Thank you so much for all the love. Audience, right back at you. So, the East Coast, we're live out of New York. I live in New Jersey, and, thank you, first of all, my co-host. It looks like we're back to capacity in our studio audience. And Katie, right here in the front row with the beautiful necklace and the blue sweater. Get a shot of Katie. Katie, this has got to be like your 200th time here at the Wendy audience. All last week, when we were building our audience back, one day we had like 50 people, and then more and more. You were here every single day, Katie. So thank you so much. Thank you. The tickets are free if you ever want to be here, but we on the East Coast are still recovering from the devastation of Hurricane Sandy. The New York City Marathon was canceled, thank goodness. I was one of the people, And I also have to say that, my Governor Christie in New Jersey, Governor Christie, I've never looked at you the way I'm looking at you now. You are a superhero. No. The way you just are getting the job done Jersey style, no pencil skirt and makeup and suit and, like that. He's just out there doing it. And when they pull away and we see your entire body, Governor, it used to make me laugh. Now all I want to do is have a meal with you. So, thank you, Governor. Thank you. And then this morning I volunteered on Good Morning America. They had their big day of giving, and we raised money for hurricane relief. And there were a lot of great people there, Barbara Walters, and I'm sitting next to Anthony Edwards right there, and just Rachel Ray, and it was just really nice to be there. If you are going to be part of the Wendy Show here in our studio audience, make sure that you bring some sort of supply to help those affected by the hurricane, whether it's a canned food. Please don't forget the can opener then. You know what I mean, everybody. Band-Aids, they need all kinds of things. Go to wendyshow.com for our list of items to donate, and other ways that you can donate as well. We have those listed there on the website. So now, tomorrow is Election Day. Much like the New York City Marathon, I think that needs to be postponed too. My own personal opinion. No, it is important to vote, just not vote tomorrow. It's important. I wish, I know that the tradition of Election Day is that it's the first Tuesday of every November. It's been that way since forever, but there are extenuating circumstances, of which I think that this hurricane is extenuating in a circumstance. They should postpone Election Day until maybe next Tuesday, But It looks like a really close race, and it is very important that everybody vote, because I smell shenanigans already going on at the polls. Don't you smell shenanigans at the polls already? The lights were out at the precinct, so we had to do it by written ballot. Oh, the ballots got washed. In the meantime, my American flag dress from Catherine Malandrino, which I happen to have loved. Some of you thought that it was absolutely gross, but you know what? I told you it's an iconic dress, and it got attention this week, or this past weekend, on Fashion Police. Look, let's watch together.
We have Halle Berry versus Meryl Streep versus Wendy Williams and Catherine Malandrino.
What do you think?
Well,
You tell me.
I agree. I do not like this dress at all. The boots are wrong on Halle. The height is just too low. They should be higher. They should actually not be worn with such a summery chiffon dress. On Meryl, that sash is just ridiculous. Nude shoes would have been better. Wendy, at least she did I like the rawhide accents, because at least it has that Americana feel to it.
Love Wendy, but I mean her breasts. That's an American dress. We need to add 5 more states just to cover.
So, if you're wondering what that was on Fashion Police, they have bitch stole. Thank you, Fashion Police. Okay, so I've been talking to you about this battle going on between Britney Spears and her former manager, Sam Lufty. Sam was claiming that he once managed Britney, and then he was suing the family, the Spears family, as he was saying that the family has defamed him, that the family physically attacked him, and that they also breached the contract that he and Britney had together. But the judge on the case threw it out, saying that Sam has no case. The judge said that Sam presented no evidence that Britney and the family ever did anything wrong. During the trial, Sam made some pretty shocking allegations about Britney being on drugs, including amphetamine, right? Meth. Also, he said that she shaved her head so that she couldn't get the drug test. And Britney's father, Jamie, is really happy that the judge tossed the case out and said that he wished that he could have gotten on the stand to tell the real story. Because back up, one picture back. There's the real story right there, Mr. Spears, not for nothing. I'm glad that the case got thrown out, but you know, because it was in court for a moment, it brought up all those ugly stories that you could either choose to believe or not. I personally still want to say to Britney, get well, girl. Get well. Okay. Do you remember last week? We were probably the only show that did that story on Oprah's stepmother. You know what I'm talking about? You were watching that day. I heard somebody up in the rafters say, oh, yeah. Look, the nasty divorce battle between Oprah's father and his wife is getting nastier. The big O is now involved. I know. Dun, dun, dun. When Oprah's dad, Vernon, filed for divorce from his wife, Barbara, Vernon moved out of the $1 million mansion that Oprah purchased. And now Oprah wants to sell the house, but Barbara says she's not moving out. Hold on. P.S. Barbara is only 6 years older than Oprah, so they are I know! Well, no, that's not a good picture right here, because I have something, wait, don't show the new, but right here, this is before Barbara started moisturizing. Hold on, you might agree. Just let me finish telling you a little bit more of the story, and then I'm gonna show you the evidence. So Barbara is furious, saying that Oprah is being a bully. Oprah even offered to buy put Barbara in other housing and a Mercedes, even though the Mercedes has 100,000 miles on it. If you know Mercedes, then you know, oh please, at 100,000 miles, Mercedes are just getting good, right? And I'm sure she wasn't going to put you in some shelter someplace, Barbara. But I get it, you're fighting a contemporary, so you feel as though you deserve better, you deserve more. Barbara says that she and Vernon, who's in his 80s, have properties together, a total of like 9 of them, I think. They're like 9 properties. And when the local Nashville News, because that's where they live, caught up with Barbara, first of all, this is a Wendy show exclusive as far as I'm concerned. Roll the tape.
So what would be enough for you to take your things and leave this home?
I have not made a decision yet. That's my decision to make. It's not someone else's to make for me. My credit has been destroyed. My reputation has been destroyed. It's worth more than a house in North Nashville and a car that has 101,000 miles on it.
Well, I'm on Team Oprah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't help but question the intentions of somebody who would want to marry Oprah's father. You can't help but question whether this woman is trying to get into Oprah's pocket. This doesn't even involve Oprah. It involves her. And by the way, wasn't I right about the moisturizer? See? This involves Barbara and Vernon. And a Mercedes at 101,000 miles. If you don't want it, you can send it up here. We'll take it. Good luck, Barbara. Good luck. By the way, wasn't TV good last night? I don't know what you guys watched. It's like Sunday nights, all of a sudden, there's so much going on. I didn't watch any, I'm so mad I didn't watch any scripted TV. I didn't watch Revenge. I didn't watch 666. I got all caught up in Keisha Cole's reality show. On P.S., her husband, doesn't he need subtitles? I can't understand a word he's saying. I'm just saying. But I like the show, it's really cute. And Keisha's mom, Frankie, she got the telephone call, Frankie's back on drugs. I know. So I watched like 3 of those, and then before I knew it, it was 10:30, and it was time for Nicki Minaj on E! Did you see her reality show? I was so nervous that she was gonna give us too much, you know, like too much for, especially like her real fans. No, she's in makeup the whole time. She looks cute without makeup anyway, but she was in makeup the whole time and running from, anyway, that was my night, and then I went to sleep. And so, and I already saw the Housewives of Atlanta on account of, they sent me the episode earlier in the week, and we'll talk about that later because Phaedra's here. But anyway, okay, look. Sorry. I don't mean to be all wound up. Okay, so Jada Pinkett Smith is talking about parenting and her particular parenting style, and I do have an opinion, of course. In the New People magazine, Jada says, I think that old school style of I'm your parent, I'm greater than you doesn't work. What I establish with my children is a partnership. I'm not necessarily dictating what is happening in their lives. Well, I wish you well with that one, Jada. I must say, in our house, I'm the boss. I asked you if you wanted another sibling back when I still could produce good eggs, and you kept saying no. So now it's 2 against 1. It's me and my husband against you, little Kev. You do what we say, and period. Now, you can inject your opinions as to what you want, but ultimately speaking, we don't have to do anything for you until either A, you get a job and can support yourself, or B, get out of a 4-year university. Then you make your own decisions. And you know where this permissiveness with parents comes from? It's where all the parents are being called their first names by all the kids. But you and I have talked about that before, so I'm not gonna go into it again. We're gonna continue with this Jada interview. She also says regarding her decision to keep rumors and gossip about the family from her kids, she says, we can't control what our kids learn anymore. We have to inform them and have real conversations and create that foundation that makes them feel assured of themselves. I agree. I mean, I don't know. And everybody's parenting style is different. That's why I like to, talk to other parents to find out, we speak very freely and liberally to Kevin about a lot of things, but we try not to give him more than what a 12-year-old can handle. But sometimes these kids at 12, they act more like 18. So you ask the question, sit down, I'm about to give you the answer. Okay, so now look. And one more thing. Jada and I, we disagree on food. Here's what she says. She told Essence magazine that I don't eat for pleasure. I probably had the only West Indian grandmother that could not cook. She was an awful cook, and she taught me that you don't eat for taste, you eat for nourishment. I know. Well, that's why she's thin and we're not. I mean, I've only met one other person like that, and that was last week, Barry Manilow. Do you remember we talked about that with Barry Manilow? He only eats for nourishment, too. I wish I could be on that diet for just a week. Even in the hurricane, I was going crazy with the food. You know, making snacks out of stuff you would have never eaten before, like sardines and peanut butter with a little Lowry's on top. Excellent. With a little stale cracker. Don't knock it. Okay, wait. So last week we were talking to you about Amanda Bynes and the rumors that she was parading around a New York City tanning salon naked. Remember I told you she dragged her hand across the wall? Well, Amanda denies the accusations, and here's what she told Us Weekly magazine. She says, "I'm suing In Touch for printing a fake story. I'm not in trouble. I don't get naked in public. I'm 26, a multimillionaire, retired. Please respect my privacy." Well, everybody's saying boo, but there's a couple of things in here that I love. She says, "I'm 26, a multimillionaire, and retired." Wouldn't you love to be 26, a multimillionaire, and retired? That's all. I am not, and the thing is, Amanda, you may be retired, but your legal troubles aren't going anywhere. And if you wanted us to respect your privacy, you wouldn't do such public things. Like, you're still facing a DUI, you're still facing 2 hit-and-run charges, and you still have 2 separate charges involving driving with a suspended license. And if you're gonna leave the house looking like this, where your hair is longer than your hemline, then you're asking for attention. By the by, we looked on how much she's worth, and they're saying $8 million, which at 26, wouldn't you love to have $8 million and be retired? You're a mess, Amanda Bynes. We're watching you. We'll continue to talk until you make your life a little bit more low-key and private, like I know you want it to be. Anyway, we told you about this unbelievable story, and now we have an update. Okay. 3 months ago, the Jefferson star Sherman Hemsley died. The body still isn't buried. There's a dispute over the will. And we already told you that part. And Sherman left everything to his manager, Flora. And then a long-lost brother from Philadelphia popped out of the woodwork. And that's where we stopped talking about the story because there were no new developments. Well, okay. So the judge ordered a DNA test to prove that the man from Philly is Sherman's brother. And it turns out he's his brother. So now that brother has, I guess, a right to some money. And now there's another person coming out of the woodwork claiming to be Sherman's cousin, and he wants a piece of the pie. His name is Reverend George Wells. Reverend George Wells, and he says that his mother was like a sister to Sherman. Now, well, this is the problem with that like a sister, play cousin, play auntie thing. Like, do you do that with your kids? We got raised with a whole bunch of play aunties and uncles and cousins and things like that, and I just didn't see any use for that for our son. Now, everybody he calls aunt is aunt, like poke a hole, the blood matches. Cousin, like the whole thing, you know, auntie and uncle-y, please. So now here's cousin-y. He's a reverend, and he's saying, look, we are family and we're not looking for money, but if we're entitled to something, we don't want anyone else to have it. Doesn't sound very reverend-like, Reverend. And besides, Reverend, are you really sitting around trying to poach off of the estate, which is only worth $50,000? And I say only just because that's fine for everybody else, but when you've been part of major shows like Amen and the Jeffersons, you're just thinking that there'd be more money. If that's not drama enough, people now are also upset because an internet commercial is still running about antivirus software. They're starring Sherman Hemsley. It's still running. Yeah. Huh. Okay, so now, last week was Halloween, and we didn't have our Halloween celebration, nor are we gonna have it, but we have tons of Halloween candy left over here at Wendy. You know, being that I'm such a candy-nista, I pick out most of the candy. Okay, so everybody in our studio audience, you're all going home with some of my hand-picked favorites, including Goldenberg's peanut shoes, Peeps. You can eat some now and save some for Easter. Mike and Ike are still together, and you're going home with them. Hot tamales, which happen to be Madonna's favorites. Enjoy your treats, everybody, and we've got a great show for you. Season 5 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta premiered last night, and Phaedra Parks is here to fill us in on all the juicy drama going down in the ATL. But up next from PopGoesTheWeek.com, we've got Brian Baltazar with the inside scoop on some shocking allegations against CeeLo Green. Keep it here. scoop, and here with some juicy celebrity news from popgoestheweek.com, our friend Brian Baltazar. All right, let's get right to it. We've heard the story about CeeLo Green. Recap, and then
this is very serious. One of those where I say he denies it emphatically right at the start, and I'm going to be saying allegedly about 35 times.
Okay.
So TMZ has a story out that a woman is accusing CeeLo of sexual battery.
A woman?
Correct, a woman, yes, okay. And so the story goes, according to TMZ, this woman, who is unidentified right now, says that he took her to a Los Angeles restaurant, put something in her drink.
Slipped her a Mickey, allegedly?
Allegedly, and reportedly she woke up later naked in the room with CeeLo. And so what happened, apparently, according to TMZ, as part of the investigation, police set up what's called a pretext call, which is where the victim, the alleged victim, basically baits them over the phone, tries to get them to admit to it.
Oh my gosh!
So here's where TMZ sources are a little it's a little questionable whether or not what was said. Some of them are saying that CeeLo is very apologetic on the call, but never actually admits to putting something in her drink, but does refer to ecstasy. And said that he, reportedly, according to the site, that he was hoping that it would help them have an exciting time
I was going to
together.
say, okay, for those of you who don't know, and I've never taken ecstasy in my life, I would tell you if I did, but it makes all touching sensation. People say, like, oh my God, everything just feels so good. So people use it to enhance sex.
But it doesn't make you unconscious, which is generally speaking, it doesn't lead to unconsciousness.
Okay.
And that, again, not. So there's a question of, if that's the case. So now, CeeLo is saying now, if in fact his people are telling TMZ that if this were true, then he would be arrested by now. If in fact he said anything on the call that incriminated him enough, he'd be arrested. So it remains to be seen. If this does move any further, then investigators will take it to the LA District Attorney.
Is CeeLo married?
CeeLo was married. He divorced in 2004, 2005. He was married to Christine Johnson. Those are actually his kids.
Both of them?
Both, all three of them. The boy is his son with Christina Johnson, and the two, one is Sierra and one is Kala. Sierra was on my 16th. There we go.
Oh, okay.
I can always turn to you guys if I forget. This is my sweet 16th celebration. So, this is obviously he's denying it emphatically, and the investigation will continue, and TMZ is on top of it.
Wow, CeeLo, we'll be watching.
Serious stuff.
Okay, so now let's talk about Idris Elba.
This is a happier story. Yes. This is an exciting story because he may be making history in films as the next James Bond.
Is he
007.
tall?
He's tall. He's not extraordinarily tall, but he's not like a tiny guy.
Yeah,
he's not a tiny guy.
Okay.
And now Daniel Craig, we've just learned, has signed on to 2 more, which is fine because Idris is like committed for the next year and a half, doing a lot of things he's doing in the Nelson Mandela movie. And but there's apparently he's on the short list. He's the top of the list. Sony's very interested.
He's got the English accent, so he's all Bond.
And he said, when he was asked about it, he says, well, I'm British, I flirt with women, and I drink.
Yes.
So there we go. And that's 3 of the boxes you need to check right there.
Okay, so now let's move along to Katy Perry and Russell Brand. They just won't let it go.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, depending on who you ask, are they on, are they off, or do they love each other, don't they? So apparently last week, both of them showed up at the Lakers game, and it was incredibly awkward. They weren't sitting together. There's Katy, who is in a leopard outfit, and he's in this gross outfit he always wears. Whenever I see him, I just want to hose him down.
With unwashed hands, and in my mind, he doesn't use deodorant.
Right, and so they weren't sitting together. Exactly, you just want to dip them in Purell. So she was with her father. And you know when you see your ex in the room, every joke is funnier, you're having a great time.
Yes.
And so, but it was very awkward. So then they were thinking, oh, maybe it isn't so good. But then a British newspaper says that for her birthday, Russell sent her a bracelet and wants to let her know that she is still in his thoughts.
I was reading that, and I just wanted to say, just let it go.
Let it go, let it go.
If I were her, I would have returned the bracelet to him with, you're not in mine.
Right, and the last juicy development is she on or off with John Mayer? Apparently, Katy Perry's parents are not happy about it, and the Star magazine is saying that they're going to cut her off. They're not going to communicate with her if she stays with John because he's trouble. Who knows?
We'll be watching that one also,
We will.
Brian. Thank you so much. This is Brian Baltazar, everybody. For more information on these juicy stories, go to popgoestheweek.com. Keep it here. Up next from Real Housewives of Atlanta, the very sassy Phaedra Parks and her booty are here. everybody was watching the drama unfold on the season 5 premiere of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And this season looks, honestly, hotter than ever. Take a look.
I wish Peter had your good looks, trust me.
Apollo, he's kind of fine.
I've lost a sense of who I am, like I'm turning into a different person. And I want to go back to the fun individual that I was.
If you had to give Apollo a birthday present and it involved 2 of your friends, name 2.
Were you hitting it when we was in Brooklyn? Yeah.
Here to dish it straight from the ATL, please welcome the lovely Phaedra Parks. Since the prayer cloth and sweet tea, hasn't she? You look like a dominatrix.
Wow.
Oh, yes. And I am loving the hair.
Oh, thank you.
Is this a weave, a wig, your hair? What's going on?
No, you know, I look at you every day and you always have on a fabulous wig. And so my girlfriend said, let me make you a wig. So I got me old Shakitha, honey.
It's cute. It's a cute wig. Okay, so we all have things to say about the new season opener. There are 2 new housewives that have joined the cast. We didn't see much of Portia last night after her husband gave her the $200,000 check, remember? But we saw a lot of Kenya. What can we expect from each of these women as the season progresses?
Ooh, I wish I had my pearls on so I could clutch them. But lots of drama. Just lots of, ooh.
Okay, you have to give us more than that.
But you know,
Phaedra talks so dramatically. Look, look, come on, we'll get through it. Look.
Well, you know, last night you saw, you watched, and you saw Kenya introduce herself with the whole shenanigans at Cynthia's spot with the young girls.
Yes,
and so,
they were doing a casting for, the girl that wears the bikini in the Jet magazine.
Yeah.
And so...
you basically, it just intensifies throughout the season.
Okay.
It gets worse.
She's a pistol. Now, Apollo is here, so clearly you all haven't divorced. Hi, Apollo.
Did you believe we had divorced?
Well, I don't know what to believe because I don't know what to believe because I like Kenya being on the show because we're watching through the TV, but Kenya seems like a whole lot of stuff start, And we've never seen a housewife in any of the franchises have her man be hit on by another housewife in such a direct way. Okay, so you're not going to talk.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. Everybody wants what they can't have. Now, you already know that. That's human nature.
Well, she's got a fiancé.
Does she now?
Oh. Well, he's a lot older than her.
I don't think so now. No,
okay, well, let's go to Nene then. Please talk.
I will.
I'm like pulling teeth with you here, and I know you have conversation. Look, okay, so Nene's trying to get back together with Greg. They're trying to make their relationship work. What do you think about that?
I love it. Nene is so happy this season. It's like really the old Nene. I mean, we've been together in New York the past few days, and we have hung out, and I mean, she's so happy. And so, last season we saw Nene be not so happy. And I don't think people enjoy that. But this season, she's so happy. Greg just makes her smile. They just like biscuits and jam.
Yeah.
I just love it.
The move with her, doing the Hollywood thing now, I'm sure helps a whole lot. Okay, so Candy, you saw last night, moved her new boyfriend in to her Atlanta house. The new boyfriend is from Bravo, from the crew. What, do you work the lights? What do you do?
No.
What?
Todd is my very good friend.
Where did he come
is
from?
Brilliant. He's from New York. He's an original New Yorker.
But was he working?
No. He works in finance.
Okay.
He does all the budgets. He is a very smart guy.
Okay.
He holds his own. I mean, he has his own money. So all of that is some
Now, they picked out a house. Kim Zolciak said that it was in the hood. Good thing your pool's inside because you're black, so you don't need a tan. Like, there were a couple of... just uncharacteristically Kim. Like, Kim, I'm so shocked.
Yeah, I thought that was very insensitive and borderline racist. Yeah, because black people do tan. We like to tan. We like to go to the beach. And everybody needs a little vitamin D.
Kim, she's pregnant.
No, she's had the baby.
She's had
now,
the
but
baby
she was
already.
pregnant.
Congratulations, Kim. So she had a second child with
A
Troy.
beautiful little boy.
Okay. Is she getting evicted? Are they losing their house?
Well, you know, she said last night that they were getting evicted, but she's definitely moved.
Okay.
So I don't know. I wasn't there, honey. I didn't see the paperwork, but she ain't where she used to be.
Okay. Now, Sheree, have you been to Chateau Sheree? Is it gorgeous?
I haven't been to the finished Chateau Sheree, but I heard that it is finished. So, you know, we saw, my husband and I saw Sheree a few weeks ago, and him and Sheree attended an actual certification for personal training together. And so she's doing good, and she's, you know.
Now, back to the new girl. Kenya holds the peach, but the other girl doesn't hold the peach. Have you noticed that? And it's when you hold the fruit that you're important. I didn't see her holding the peach in the lineup. Is she holding?
See, I thought she did, but I don't know. I didn't watch it that closely.
What were you doing?
Well, I mean, after I see myself, there's no need for me to keep looking.
And by the way, your little boy is just growing up. When I saw him ride the bicycle, you know, the little tricycle in the street with his friends, just, yeah.
He's a sweetheart.
So you recently celebrated a birthday, and I heard that Apollo made it really special for you.
He did. They surprised me, because I'm in school full-time. Of course, I have about 50
Mortuary
jobs.
school, right?
Yeah, and, you know, I'm still a lawyer full-time.
You accept cash for cracking the case?
For what you mean? For,
do you accept cash at your practice?
Yes, most people do. It's a valid form of currency. Yes.
Okay.
But you know, I mean, everyone asked about it, but I said everywhere I go they accept cash.
Yes.
I mean, that's not an issue as long as you're paying your taxes. And honey, I pay my taxes before time. I have never had a problem with the IRS. So child, I account for my money and I carry no debt. And in this economy, you take cash because people are giving all kind of crazy stuff, funny money.
Gotcha.
And honey, you better check the cash with a pen.
Yes, because...
check it.
Thank you so much, Phaedra, for being here. Unfortunately, our time is up, but you guys can see more of Phaedra and all the gang. The Real Housewives of Atlanta airs Sunday night at 9 on Bravo. Keep it here. Up next, Janine Morris is joining us with the hottest beauty trends for winter. Keep it here. It's right around the corner, and here with the latest beauty trends to keep us looking good during the winter when it gets so cold is the founder of BeautySweetSpot.com. Her name is Janine Morris. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. To the rescue. Okay, so for the winter, we want to look good, and you're going to help us out because you've brought some of your favorite trends. Let's get started with the first.
Right. Well, in the wintertime, it's so easy just to give up. Throw on our Uggs, cuddle up in a scarf. But I brought the top 5 celebrity-inspired beauty trends that will make you want to get dressed up.
Okay.
So first, it's about straight hair. And we turned to Blake Lively because she's been wearing straight, shiny hair a lot lately. And I like to make it last for more than one day. Because when I give myself a blowout, I'm not just going to wash it the next day and redo it.
Right.
And straight hair is all about shine. In order to get shine, it's about having humidity in your hair. And we were just saying, we fry our hair straight.
Yeah.
Well,
for the wigs, as soon as they start smoking, then we move on to another area. But you can't do that for the natural hair that grows out of your head.
No, not with your natural hair.
Yes.
So I found an awesome product by Oscar Blonde. It's for frying your hair on the second day. It's a heat protectant spray for dry hair.
Oh.
So you literally just spritz it on, and then you could re-flat iron it for the second day.
And it protects up to 450 degrees. Perfect. And a good brush to pull.
Good brush, keep it straight.
All right, and your flat iron. Okay, so the first trend is straight hair for the winter. Now we're moving on to eyebrows.
Now, eyebrows is all about a full groomed brow. And I mean, think about Jennifer Lopez. Her brows are full, but they also have the perfect arch. And she goes to Anastasia in Beverly Hills. And if we can go there, we probably would too.
Yes.
But since we can use these duo eyeshadow kits that she created. They're available at Sephora. And she also makes these really great stencils.
Those stencils really do work if you don't have a feel for where your eyebrows should be. I must say.
Now, a tip here is when you're using eyeshadow powder, if you have dark hair, like brunette hair, use a shade 1 or 2 shades lighter than your hair color. But if you're a blonde or you have lighter, like red hair, you can use 1 or 2 shades darker.
Okay.
So you mix and match.
All right, so bushier eyebrows, no thin eyebrows. We want shiny, straight hair. And now here's our third trend right here. Let's talk about the eye liners.
Bold, geometric eyeliner is in. And we're turning to Emma Stone for this trend. She's been rocking it all over the red carpet lately.
Oh, wait, it's colored. It's
Yes.
Okay, this is for a girl of a certain age.
I mean, you can also do it with black.
Black, okay.
I mean, here is a black one, but these are by Physicians Formula, and I love these because they make dramatic eyeliner really easy and they glide on smoothly.
Hey, let me try that.
Go for it.
Wow, it's really soft. You're not pulling your holes in your eyes. Okay,
right.
Now here are the greens and things like that for you younger gals.
And these enhance your eye color too. You can get them for all different eye colors to bring out like hazel, green, blue, brown eyes.
So this trend right here is?
It is bold, dramatic eyeliner.
Okay, come over here. Let's talk about your cheeks.
Now, it's all about a rosy glow, and Jennifer Hudson always does a rosy glow, and she wears it very well.
She looks very nice.
The trick to achieving it is using cream blush instead of powder.
Is that the trick?
It is, because it's buildable and it melts into your skin, giving you a natural flush. Now, I like these by Urban Decay. They're brand new, and you just need a little bit. It's a cheek tint. It goes on really nice, and just a little, but if you want to add more, it's buildable.
Okay.
So you always start small.
So here's our fourth trend, rosy cheeks, ladies. And now let's move on to our fifth and final trend, which I love, a nude lip.
You're wearing the nude lip.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you know, cranberry and burgundy and all that, that's cute. But to me, there's nothing like a bold eye and a nude lip. Go,
Cranberry was so fall, but if you look at celebrities like Eva Longoria, it's all about nude.
Okay.
So with nude lips, it's all about your skin tone. If you have fair skin, opt for peach or pink because beige will wash you out even more in the winter.
Yes, that's right.
Olive skin tone girls, you are lucky because you can wear any shade. But if you have darker skin, you want to go for coffee tones or nice, beautiful bronzes. I like these by Bite Beauty and Amon Beauty. Amon really runs the gamut for darker
makes good
shades.
lipsticks, yes.
And they're really creamy.
There's a nude for everybody, regardless of your complexion. So the fifth and final trend is a nude lip. Thank you so much, Janine, for being here. And we love your website. You know, for more information on these trends, you can go to wendyshow.com. Up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Keep it here. Thank you, audience. It is time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
I'm doing well. How can I help?
My name is Megan, and recently a married man who is a close family friend has been sending me suggestive text messages trying to pursue a relationship. I want to maintain a friendship without, doing anything else because I'm not comfortable with that, and I just wanted to know what's the best way to go about ending that.
This is so disgusting. Okay, is this as in your parents' close family friend?
Yes.
Ew, creepy. Okay, first of all, he's sophisticated enough not to blow up the spot. You need to text him back just so that there's a record of these texts. Don't even tell him on the phone. Text him back. Okay. His attention is unwanted, unprovoked, and unappreciated. You wish that he would stop, or you'll have to take it to the next level. Just leave it like that. He'll leave you alone. And remember, tell him to him on the text so there's a record, okay?
I will.
Okay. Good luck.
Hi, Wendy. I'm Sonia.
Hi, Sonia. Hi. Yes, you are.
Hi. I'm 43. My husband is 73.
Oh.
Yes.
Now.
I like wearing sexy lingerie, but it doesn't do anything for him, but it makes me feel good inside. So what are your suggestions for that, too? Kind of.
You know what? You need different types of nightgowns that really do the same thing, except that they're short, like club dresses. And they have that little tiny spaghetti strap, like the one that you just pluck and pop off. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I don't know what kind of panties you wear normally, but wear this, the ones that, no basketball shorts.
Okay.
I mean, not for nothing, that is not the sexy. You know, you wear little, Brazilian cut underwear or something like that.
Yes.
That way, you're still wearing a nightgown, but it's just cut like you're going to the club.
Okay.
And that's what you do.
Like
okay? Now, Sonia, everybody, you keep it here. We're going to reveal our audience eye candy of the day next. Don't miss it. Show audience audience is definitely the most fashionable audience on daytime TV. And so now it's time for us to reveal our audience eye candy of the day. This is the audience member who's really caught my eye with their fab fashion. So drum roll, please. Today's audience eye candy winner is Amanda Lavelle. Come on down. I love it, Amanda. Amanda.
How you doing?
Come out here. How you doing? You're very fashionable. No, turn. No, just come back here. Now, come in the aisle and stand so your fans can take a look at you from head to toe. Now, what I really love about your outfit, it starts with the hair. I mean, I know you can't buy that kind of hair.
You can.
Oh.
It's a wig just for you, Wendy.
Oh. You got me. It's gorgeous. Okay, and then let's talk about your dress.
My dress is actually from Forever 21.
Cheap and cheerful.
Yes, $24.
I
You can't
love
beat it.
No, you can't. And now let's talk about your necklace. Bold.
My necklace is from Ann Taylor. I got it for $98. I love chunky jewelry.
Very nice.
I live for chunky
well, you
jewelry.
look really terrific. Wait, let me consult Kathy from Pennsylvania. Here, Kathy, you hold this. Thank you, Kathy's here co-hosting too. This Diva fan is for you, Amanda. It turns on like this and it says, how you doing?
Thank
All right.
you.
So, congratulations to you. Thank you for being fashionable and funky. And for more information about Amanda's outfit, we're gonna take the picture and put it on the website. Go to wendyshow.com. Keep it here. We'll be right back. Such a good time today. Thank you to our special guest, Phaedra Parks, and also Brian Baltazar from PopGoesTheWeek.com. I could not do the show without my co-host, my studio audience. You've come from far and wide to be here with us, and I do appreciate that. Tomorrow, from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the lovely Kyle Richards will be here, and I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye-bye.